Elections were slated for Tuesday evening at the GOA headquarters at Liliendal, but the legality of the GOA notice to affiliates on March 7th came under scrutiny since the Secretary General, Hector Edwards, claimed he did not sign or authorize the correspondence. It was revealed on Tuesday that Edwards has not been functioning in that capacity for 2.5 years. It is still unclear who signed the letter. The Guyana Tennis Association President Christy Campbell at a pre-meeting proposed that given the cloud that hung over the electoral process, that it now be held within 7 days as per the constitutional requirement. This position was seconded by the Guyana Boxing Association President Steve Ninval. President of Archery Guyana, Vidushi Prasad McKinnon, in support of the motion, then quoted the GOA constitution, which made provisions for the elections to be held within 7 days. If for some reason the meeting cannot be held, it shall be reconvened 1 week later at the same time and at the same location, the attorney at law quoted from the Constitution. Representatives of other associations then vented their concerns, with the majority calling for a speedy resolution to the issue. One recommendation in this regard was to authorize the Assistant Secretary, Dion Nurse, to sign documents on behalf of the Secretary General. An emergency council meeting was then convened, and by a show of hands, it was decided that the electoral process will now be held on March 21st. Importantly, though, the issue of some associations being ineligible to vote was also raised. This will be addressed on March 21st.
I don't want any issue clouding these elections, so my suggestion based on the Constitution is that these elections are called within 7 days as the Constitution says. And this issue is rectified.
Up to today, Hector has not indicated that he signed the letter or authorized it. He has not changed his position. And my contention is that the fact that he did not sign that letter, it is not valid, as it was not signed or authorized by the Secretary General. That is in breach of our Constitution, and as a result of that, this election to proceed cannot now proceed. Right? I have sought the advice of Mr. Tenny Husti, attorney at law. I've circulated that to you.
We read it. We've read it.
I'm glad you read it. I know you've been to QC. I'm glad you read it.
Right. So
Good.
skip that part.
I have circulated that letter, and Mr. Husi, who is not affiliated to any association, has indicated that because Mr. Edwards did not sign or authorize that letter, it is invalid. My position is, and I want to state to you, that I consider it to be invalid. If this meeting decides it is valid, you are trying to change the Constitution. You cannot change the Constitution by a vote here to say it is valid, because the Constitution says otherwise.
But that's your opinion again, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a chance with you. Yeah. And in order to change the Constitution, a motion will have to be sent in, and a special meeting has to be called for that.
I agree with you absolutely when you said we need to follow the Constitution, or there will be consequences. Absolutely, it's good we're on the same page. I think there are a lot of misconceptions as to what is happening. I just heard Ms. Christie mentioned this document, and from the very fact that we're having this discussion, there was a set of correspondence going around. All of us are privy to emails coming in one after the other, you know. So it is clear that there is a reason, and I refer to Article 11(3), subsection 3, subsection 9 of our Constitution. And it says, and I'm going to read it for the benefit of everyone.
Thank you very much.
It says, if for any reason the meeting cannot be held, it shall be reconvened 1 week later at the same time and at the same location. And it goes on, you know, whichever movie members present and so on. So it is very clear, and we need to do what is in the interest of our Constitution, what is fair, and follow due process.
The meeting is called to order. Could I ask someone move the motion with regards number 1. Moved by Ms. Campbell. Second.
Do we have council meeting over the media?
It looks so. Don't worry. Seconded.
You're fighting the media, what about? You're fighting the media?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, the motion is seconded by Mr. Ninval. Thank you. All those in favor of the motion? Thank you very much. Thank you. Is there any against? I see none. Is there any abstention? I see none. The motion is unanimously carried. Is there any other business? There be none. This meeting is now ended. Thank you very much.
See you in 1 week. Same time, same place.